So, welcome to the world of virus. First of all, our attitude towards this virus also needs to change. There is a brain in your stomach. Bacteria, virus, microbes are a part of us. It is the microbes which decide whether you can meditate or not. People say Vasco da Gama discovered India. No, we were there before the guy came. The neurological system that we have, the way it is made, it is spread across the body. But there's one big knot up here. I'm calling it a knot because most people experience it as a knot. They're not able to figure out. So what is this thing about the neurological system that whether you're a man or a woman, you experience it, that when certain things happen, something seems to be happening here. Well, this is something which is very well addressed in the yogic sciences, but I was surprised to know that now the medical science is recognizing this aspect in a big way. That is, there is a gut brain, there is a brain in your stomach. Nearly 100,000 neurons are invested from esophagus down to the colon along the alimentary canal. There is a brain, there is an intelligence functioning. Fortunately, it does not generate thought, otherwise you would be in trouble. But there is an intelligence, there's a neurological system invested in that direction. And this intelligence is not entirely ours, in the sense there are probably billions, if not trillions, I don't know the numbers, of bacteria and viruses and other microbial substance. Some of them are full-fledged life, some of them are half-lives, some of them aspiring to be life, but all of them playing a role. And they have a significant influence on how you think and feel. It's not just this new virus that's come which is making you think in a specific way. There's a whole lot of microorganisms, particularly in your stomach region, who are able to influence even your vagus vein. A vagus vein means generally it is in the yogic sense, we are talking about this as a sacred vein. But the medical science calls it a vagabond because it is all over the place and for a long time they did not realize what is its purpose. So if somebody goes all around without any perceived sense of purpose, then we say he is a vagabond. So in that sense, they said it's a vagabond or a vagus vein. In yoga, this vein is seen as a sacred part of your body because if you have a certain pleasant influence upon the vagus, it determines how your experience is. Your mood, I don't like to use this word, but this is the term, your mood modulations are managed. Your neuroplasticity or your ability to shift and change according to situations or at different times of your life according to the requirement of your life is enormously enhanced if your vagus is well influenced. Now there is evidence to show that more than you, the microbes can influence the functioning of the vagus vein. That means the microbes in your stomach can decide whether you're happy or unhappy. So, welcome to the world of virus. Because microorganisms have played such a significant role in who we are, both in terms of our physiological evolution over these millions of years and who you are as a person right now. The important thing is to keep the gut in a complex condition. That means the microbial condition must be a real cocktail of life within you. That means one thing is you should not be drinking any of the popular disinfectants because you should not disinfect your body. Hands, okay. That is because you may touch something where there is this particular virus. First of all, our attitude towards this virus also needs to change. We must understand viruses are not our enemies. This virus was living well, we don't know for how many million years on this planet. It had its customers, pangolins and bats and whatever. Well, we can explain it in many ways, we can propound various conspiracies, but one important thing is, I'm not saying I'm talking about the social nature of the virus, not the scientific aspect of it. See, suppose, let's say you're living on an island and your island starts shrinking in size. Then you naturally want to find another island or another place. If you find mainland, that's fantastic. Naturally you will look. For example, here we're in United States right now. Well, 300 years ago, nobody knew where this land was. People out there in UK and Europe felt congested. They needed a new land. Why? Many people there could not thrive. The social conditions were oppressive and only for a small segment of people could thrive in those lands. The rest were oppressed. They wanted to find a new land. Well, they thought the best land to go to, because they had heard so much about India, they thought the best place to go was India. And they were going all over, many of them went to the bottom of the ocean. Well, people say Vasco da Gama discovered India. No, we were there before the guy came. And Columbus, a bad mariner, obviously, he ended up on the wrong side of the world. Well, after 250, 300 years, that becomes the right thing because you found a new land. So I'm saying any life, whether human, animal, insect, bird or microbial, in our longing to survive and thrive, if we find a place is too congested, not enough for us to exist, then we will try to find new habitat, which is natural. So it is a fact that in the last 70 years, in the last 50 years, the vertebrate population on the planet has come down by 70%. Yes, I'm getting the numbers right for you. In 50 years' time, the vertebrate population on the planet has come down by 70%. Well, and all the insects and other smaller life, 1 in 5 of the species are endangered. So obviously, much smaller life like viruses, bacteria and other microbial life are all desperately looking for a new America. America was not referred to as America at one time. People used to call it a new world because it's a new habitat. So they are also looking for a new world, not just one virus, many probably. But all of them may not be competent to make the journey. One of them managed. We don't know, some people have all kinds of theories as to how they manage this. Nobody is certain. Nothing that is being said about this virus is being said with any certainty. After nearly 4-5 months, we still are in the same square one. We still do not know much about it. We are going on saying new things about it, but we do not know what to do about it. What it does in our body also we are not sure. Initially we thought it's just a respiratory infection. Now we know it has neurological complications, it has pulmonary complications, it has various levels of impacts on people, not only in terms of fatality, also in terms of damage to the body is happening at all levels. So we still don't know a thing about it actually. We have lot of bits and pieces, but there is no one comprehensive picture of this is the nature of this virus and this is what we can do about it. There is no such clarity anywhere. So now, the only thing that's left to us, as after talking a lot about vaccines and about this and that, slowly all the scientific community coming back to the only solution is social distancing and strengthening of the immune system. When we say strengthening of the immune system, we must understand there are more microbial life, microorganisms in this body than the human cells that you have. I'm saying you are a composite of so many microorganisms that you have not seen or met, but you are more of that than what has come to you from your parentage. The genetics of these microbes are determining how resilient a life you are. Not only that, now as I said, they're influencing the vagus vein means how happy you are is also decided by the microbes. How is that? Maybe one day more research will say it is the microbes which decide whether you can meditate or not. I would say that right now, if the microbes are working against you, you cannot meditate because your stomach will give you works. If you want to meditate, first thing is the body should be at ease. You must know how to bring it to ease. If there is no ease, then forget about meditation, no such thing will ever come in our lives. So managing the gut-brain, I'm saying those of you who've given up on this one, at least this one, if you manage, you can pass through these difficult times with a certain sense of ease. All this life that is existing within us and supporting our life all the time, making us who we are not keeping them happy. The microbial life within us, for some reason, is not happy, either because of excessive processed food or living constantly in unnatural conditions, air conditioning all the time, living in cities where highly polluted air, and above all, everything sanitized, super sanitized. Your home is like a hospital, it's like a operation theater, it is sanitized all the time. Everybody, okay, now virus time you do this, but all the time wash it with soap, wash it with soap. See, bacteria, virus, microbes are a part of us. there are more of them than us in this body. What you call as myself, it is very much less than the number of microbial life that exists within us. Keeping them happy is very important. So just taking a leaf of natural conditions, not in a city garden, maybe it's all sprayed with insecticide, but in natural condition and putting it in your mouth is not going to kill you because this life and that life is connected. Above all, being disconnected from earth, being connected from the soil from which we have come and the soil to which we will inevitably go, being disconnected, I think the microbial life, these 1,000 and odd species of microbes are not happy. Once they're not happy, if they freak a little bit, your health freaks, your psychological balance freaks, your emotional balance freaks, all these things are happening. So at a time like this, I know this is a dangerous thing to talk at a time like this, when a microbial, micro life like a virus is threatening our life, I am talking about making deals with them. How fearful the virus is about not finding a new habitat, that he is not able to infect you because you are effectively social distancing. Have you thought about his psychological problems? How he must be suffering because all of you are sitting like this, 8 feet, 10 feet away, not able to jump, it is not within his long jump distance. How he must be suffering? That's his life. He has to go through that. But there are many people who are cooperating for him. You should not be one of them. This is the fundamental responsibility that you live through this. Do you understand? This is not a joke anymore. You live through this. This is important. And live through this joyfully, peacefully and well.